Right, so this is Mike James from the Mike James Rock Show, and the fella sat opposite me on the tour bus is going to introduce himself.
What's up, Rome from Sublime with Rome, live in London, baby.
How's it going, man?
Incredible, having a good time, yeah.
Seeing you've been out on the Warped Tour throughout Europe.
We done a couple dates, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been on our own headlining tour out here for the most part, but we've done this would be our third.
Cool, man. How's it all going?
One. Fucking great, man.
Yeah.
I actually, sad to say, but this is the last night of the tour, so
Nice.
we fly back to Los Angeles tomorrow.
And then what? Just chilling?
Yeah, we have some downtime, and then I'm gearing up to drop my solo record next year. So.
Oh, cool. So is that recorded, or are you?
Yeah, it's already recorded and mixed. We're just getting it mastered right now. And
cool, man. What kind of flavor is that then?
It's a lot different than Sublime. It's a little more. I guess it's not that different than Sublime. It's kind of a mix between Bow Wow Wow, Stevie Wonder, and The Clash.
That's a different one.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
got a lot of
The Clash had quite a lot of sort of like the reggae riffs and tones to it.
Yeah, and the thing is
funk.
I used a lot of reggae tones on the album, but I didn't do any reggae guitars on it. There's no skanking, there's no reggae on the album.
Okay.
But it's really cool because first of all, I'm playing and producing the entire album. Every instrument.
It's just a one-man thing then? Okay.
And I'm fusing in these drum rhythms with these really badass old samples and stuff that I've been finding that a lot of the hip hop people don't really know about. They don't listen to that kind of shit.
Cool.
Adam and the Ants and shit. It's to where I just kind of start to implement them and then put these big guitars but with huge pop melodies on them, and I don't know, it's got the label shaking up, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Is it literally just little bits of aspects of your entire life jammed together on an album?
Sure, all jammed together in one album, fucking one studio, done.
That's cool. And that's out early part of next year.
Mm-hmm.
What are the plans with the rest of Sublime then? Are you
we
going
got
to be doing more stuff with them?
Yeah. Once I drop that, we're going into the studio next year, and then we're gonna do our next LP, and then probably try to lock it down for a January release of 2015.
Oh, okay. So you're literally thinking over a year ahead already.
Oh hell yeah.
Blimey,
yeah, dude, you gots to, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that definitely make the fans happy.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's all music all day, every day, and think, to the graces of God, we got it like that. But
yeah,
I think it's a beautiful thing to really be able to surround yourself with, if you love what you do, try to do as much of it,
You get to travel the world as well.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Come to cold London.
Yeah, because people always say oh, what's gonna happen? Your solo, stuff blows up, and you're still gonna be with Sublime, and it's I'm just gonna be a busier dude,
Yeah.
Awesome, that's just the fucking.
You've been with Sublime now, it's a couple of years pretty much.
Yeah,
since
four years now.
How did you find the fans? Are you finding that there's a new wave of younger fans? Because for me, Sublime were the band that I was at college, and I'd come out from college, have a smoke, and just listen to Sublime.
Yeah.
And then obviously everything happened, and they went away. And
that's the fucking cool thing about the music, man, is that it's very very timeless.
Yes.
In the sense that my dad loves the music, and my uncles love the music, and when they showed me the music, me at my young age, when there was a bunch of shitty bands floating around that I won't name, I was lucky enough to hear this and be like, this is the shit, this is awesome, there's and it even that was probably when I was the year 2000 or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm born in '88, so yeah, it was about that age, about 12, and that's 40 years after Bradley had already passed away, so it's timeless music. And even my little sister, who's damn near half my age, she's just loves music, and it'll just keep going.
That's cool, because they were such a seminal band at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel there was a huge pressure on yourself, because there's huge shoes to fill?
The pressure I felt, man, really, I was just put on by myself,
Okay.
because I never worried if I was good enough, because I figured I didn't know if I was good enough or not.
Yeah.
But those two dudes decided to do something really big with their lives and their name and the work that they've lived off of for a reason, because they saw something in me. So I took that as okay, then don't worry about that. The thing that I had to overcome was just how to be a badass front man in a summer.
Yeah,
how to
of course.
how to go from playing in front of like 25 people at the most 200 to 20,000. So
it's a huge step.
There was a huge like a huge learning curve from just lack of experience that I possessed, but luckily, having like Eric, I mean, he's such a veteran at it. He's been playing music his whole fucking life, and he knows how to, handle the two between, personal and work and business and all that shit. So I feel like I learned a lot from him and through just other people around me. Yeah, totally, man. And we're like brothers, and especially with Josh now. I mean, we're stronger than we've ever been as a band, and collectively, this feels 100% whole.
The new album, got that a few weeks ago. Absolutely phenomenal. It's great for walking to work at 6 a.m.
Man.
The sun comes up. It's like, oh, bliss that beat.
Hell yeah.
Then you get into work and it just ruins everything. How was the writing process for that? And
that one.
Got any standout tracks on there?
That one was that's a special album because some of the material were songs that I had written like when I was like 15, 16 years old.
Wow. But you didn't think
before any of this shit was even a possibility in any young man's mind, And then the other part was just us being put in the studio for a couple of weeks and go. So it's like, it was a learning curve for me, and I got to learn so much stuff off it, man. And I'm proud to say that album exists. There's nothing on it that I would change. I think it's amazing.
Is there a track on there that really stands out for you that you're the most proud of?
Like the most proud of song I'm on, or that I think is on the record would probably be. I really like the song "Safe and Sound" on it.
Good.
Like it's. I feel like it's very, very true to the Sublime. The sound where how like they would go, oh yeah, they can't do that. Watch, And I think that for the next album, we're really going to take advantage of that more.
Nice.
Like get a little bit more experimental, do some more new weird things, Try to create the next mold, kind of like what they did initially as a band. So I feel like having toured for the last couple of years and lived with each other on the buses and just, been such a tight family now, like more so than ever are we ready to go and write a fucking album, So it's cool.
Now, so looking forward to hearing the next step because just listening to the new album, it's like, wow, this is awesome, and like,
dude,
see how
it's
animated
crazy
and excited you are about it already.
It's not out here, right? It's not for sale out here.
I'm not sure. I've got it on promo, so
I don't think it is, and it's really, man, it's so cool to like come out here and play these like shows and see how the kids react to just different songs because the radio's not the same out here.
Yeah.
So it's like. Some of the Sublime singles that I think that they would know, they don't know very well.
Okay.
And then, but they know some of our new stuff really well. And there's songs that like are the opposite songs that in the States people go crazy to. So it's so cool. And it's the same way in South America. Every country kind of reacts differently to different songs on the album.
It just shows that you've written a complete body of work that appeals to people across the board.
Yeah, and thank you for that. And I really feel like that's going to be like the ticket to like creating the most like stand up music is when you can really touch people of the older generation and people of the new and upcoming generation. I mean that's what fucking true artists do. They just come and just hit it. You know what I mean? Like it's cool to be like the king of your scene over here, do that thing. But I mean the point of the game is to get the music heard by as many people as possible.
That's exactly it,
without jeopardizing your artist integrity.
Yeah,
that's the ticket, and I feel like we're in a position now more so than ever where we can definitely do that.
That's cool. Is there any bands, say over the last maybe 5 or so years, that you think following in the same sort of footsteps? Is there anything that really stands out for you that you think our listeners and viewers should be checking out?
Off the top of my head, that's a hard one, but I think some new bands that, I mean, they may not be like new bands to me though.
Okay.
Been out for a while, but like, when I hear bands like Kings of Leon, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think that, they just kind of touched on like what they're really good at. I think in a couple more years they'll be even greater than.
They're already filling stadiums as well.
Dude, for sure. But like sonically, I feel like they're about to because this new album sounds so much different than their last album.
Okay.
But in like a good way, you know. You could just tell that their minds are thinking differently. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I guess like them, and then you know, bands like my boys and the Dirty Heads.
Okay.
I mean, you know, they're growing.
Yeah, we spoke to them earlier.
Their
Nice
fan base
guys.
is fucking, you know, booming right now. You know, and they got great work ethic, and they got, you know, good sound to them, and I think that they're gonna do some crazy fucking things one day too.
Cool, man. It's been absolutely an honour to come in here and have a quick chat with you, man. It's been awesome. Thanks very much for taking
Likewise,
time
man.
out.
Thank
It's
you
awesome.
guys for wrapping it up, and I
Thanks
appreciate
very
it.
much. Cheers, man. Thank you.